Hello there, welcome back to the Ottomans. We are currently at war with England, Aragon and Siena. Currently winning this war. Also Denmark and a couple of others, Milan, Switzerland, was a part of it, but they ended up unfortunately leaving before the party was over. Kind of my fault, but doesn't really matter. For now, we'll just keep on sieging the English lands and basically take control over them. But we'll have to focus on getting Aragon done. We'll probably even go after Castile at this stage, I think, because I kind of need a new vassal. But since the fact that they are Protestant kind of screws things over because, well, Catholic counties and all that. So I might just go for the annexation and create a long snake in Toulouse or something. We'll see. We'll at least take Roussillon in this war. I used to create most likely Toulouse, I think. I think that is most likely the best choice here. We'll get 1, 2, 3 provinces at the very least, and if we create 4, for example, we'll just get 3. It seems, or 2, something like that. So we do not want to do that, but for now we'll just get this done. We should probably get someone to siege the board as well, but we'll do that once we actually have gotten one of these or some of these sieges done. So we'll figure it out by then. I could potentially also take the board and simply keep it, because of the fact that if I do, then I would potentially be able to create Guyenne and Toulouse, and then basically take most of southern France in a war against them if we end up in a war, and we probably will be. As you can see, the allies are actually Denmark, Switzerland, and Tuscany, so it's actually really tempting to just go straight for France right now, because as you can see, Switzerland and Denmark, I have truces with them for 3 more years. I will have plenty of time to get my troops back going, get them in position, all that, create some extra troops. So yeah, it's really tempting to actually just go for France here, aiming at kicking them down by releasing 2 vassals. But once again, the main problem there is my diplomatic relations. Of course, we also get bad reputation, which also screws up this plan even further, because these guys won't actually be annexed by the time we start the war, and that is of course not a good thing at all. Let's just leave it at that. So I guess we'll try and see if we can pull something off here, but I wouldn't really count on it. We'll probably go for, as I said, release those 2 vassals right before the war against France, but once again, not really something that we will be focusing too much on. Let's just say that more than anything else. So for now, I guess we'll have to live with this to call for peace for a little while. We need to get Roussillon before we end this war, and also of course La Bourde. So we'll have to keep it going for a little while longer. The Welsh nationalists, I kind of want to allow these guys to live just for the sole purpose of. I'll have to kill off the English guys later. I'll also just do the simple thing here, which is to accept their demands. It's just a little bit of prestige cost. It'll go a little bit on my morale, but we'll get it back once the war is over. I did take the lazy way out, I guess you could say, but honestly, I can say that I do not care too much. How the English have 6,000 men down in Mantes is kind of a riddle to me, but nothing we can do with that right now. We'll simply have to. There we go. Roussillon is done. That means that we can now make peace with Aragon. We probably just want to take Roussillon. We don't want to take Alicante due to the fact that we want to take Girona. Yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll have them give up. No, we won't have them give up, of course. If they find Naples, that is, of course, a good thing for me. 56 still mighty power will be a little bit expensive, but nothing I can really do with that. We'll do because of that. We'll go ahead and bad reputation, of course. We also got that one straight away, which also is great. It's always good with some bad rep. But yeah, we'll have some issues with overextension for just a little while. Might actually get some rebels that might make things dicey. But for now, yeah, once again I screwed up. I should have waited for La Bourde to finish the siege there. Rebel sentiments. Once again, the overextension mechanics are kind of a little bit. They are a little bit too trigger happy, I guess I should say. Overextension happens over a long time. It doesn't simply happen. You took 2 provinces, your country is screwed. It happens slowly. You overextended, your resources are slowly but surely being whittled away, and then you are screwed. It doesn't simply, it doesn't actually snap your fingers and you're screwed. It isn't how that that is not really how that system works. So yeah, I'm of the belief that the system seriously needs a revamp as it is right now, because well, I think it's a little bit too, once again, trigger happy in the missing of a better word. So let's see here. We will do a little bit of rival changing. We'll remove Castile, add England, and then we'll make our peace treaty. I should have enough diplomatic points then. Only 56 now. 84. We'll take this, I guess, and also of course our board as well. 112. We'll get a little bit overextended, but or we'll get severely overextended for some time, but it should be fine. I'll wait with releasing the vassals due to the fact that I need diplomatic power, and right now I don't actually have any good way of getting it. We'll declare war on France about the time when the truce is finished in 1.5 years' time. So I'll need to start transport troops, and I need to start selling provinces. Getting Rome off my hands will be basically the first step, I think. France entered coalition, Milan, Austria, Flanders, Venice, Tuscany. So I took, what, 5 provinces here? Let's see how that affected my big empire. 108, 63, 75. I might actually just have to wait then. Austria and France is going to be kind of a little bit too big opponent. Let's just be honest. It will be really tricky to take out all of them. So I might actually have to wait here. The fact that I got too greedy might actually screw me over. But once again, nothing to do with that. We'll just have to deal with that. I'll get some troops more, or fetch the England troops. I'll probably not actually leave a single English army here. I might actually go ahead and call that one as well. I'm pretty sure the Scottish can actually deal with most of the problems that will arise by themselves. But once again, I'll just go ahead and solve the problem with the overextension, and then I'll get back to you, see if we end up in a war with England or whatever. We'll probably go for Naples, and then also these guys, simply annex them again, even though we only have 40 diplomatic points. Once again, that's actually something that's screwing me over pretty hard here. I might actually go ahead and call this one, because right now I don't actually have anyone I can sell it to. I can release Toulouse, but once again, we won't be getting too many diplomatic points, and as you can see here, the speed of these guys' annexation is just slowing down immensely. So I should never have vassalized Portugal. I should have just annexed them. Same with Fez. I wasted diplomatic points. But for now, we'll move troops over to Europe, and we'll see if we end up in a war with Naples. If we do, I'm a little bit unsure if Austria will actually call in the coalition. They shouldn't be able to, so that should be fine. To reconquest and, well, try and take some land, small land stand over to Ferrara. Once again, diplomatic power is going to be an issue, but for now, I guess will be at peace for 30 months or so, 5 years, just to allow my war exhaustion to go down by itself. So wait till these guys is annexed. We'll deal with the current high overextension. I can probably get rid of most of it by selling. Let's see here. First Cumbria, then no, not Lancashire, then Yorkshire. We'll sell these two. We'll keep Lancashire for a while, just for the Holy War Casus Belli. So these 3 will be sold more or less pretty soon, or at once, that is, to Scotland. We'll just have to get that diplomat home, and that is basically the problem. We have lost the conquest of Rome. Didn't really matter because we didn't actually need that missionary, so nothing to worry about here. Those guys get. Yeah, I was about to say, if these guys actually get actually put this, get Janis over, should be able to deal with these annoying little rebels here. Granada, I think, actually can deal with most of the rebels themselves, but it seems like they got the most overextension during this war because they were basically in the line of fire, as it were. So we'll go ahead and use this army to deal with some of the rebels, get some troops back home. All of these things, and hopefully then I can also get my overextension down by selling stuff, as it were. So once again, since I'm annexing both my vassals here, I won't actually be able to sell Aragon or something to them, which is kind of bad. So I'm very tempted to just score it myself. It won't actually take that long, 5 years or so. Also, we should probably start picking off these guys too, just to sort things out. fact that some of these are allied means that they are actually targets of me, to me. So we'll have to see. I'll probably send that 20k army back home, having them deal with these rebels and all that things. So then we'll see if we actually decide to go after the French or not. We'll see how it goes. Well, I did one very serious mistake here, and that is the fact that I kind of counted on Ferrari to take Rome, but I forgot there is an event that gives Rome back to the Pope here. And of course, I forgot about that. I actually would have needed to call Rome myself, and that is a very severe error on my part. Nothing really to do about that now, though. So we'll just have to live with it. But as you can see, I have taken two of the minor nations that I released here, annexed them. That is the third time I get that event so far, which is kind of bad. We only have 120% mind you, so that is kind of ridiculous. Once again, I am coring Lancashire and also Aragon just because of the fact that there's no reason right now not to. I'll also hand over Northumberland now. I think I can actually do that now once the wars are over. So with that, we are no longer over 100% overextension. Scotland is starting to get big. There's some really ridiculous things here. There are Welsh nationalists, there are, once again, Catholic zealots, and potentially then these guys might actually be able to break free, which would be a very positive thing for us, and, well, our nation as a whole, I think. I'm also very tempted to go ahead here and upgrade my army a little bit. There's a 20k army here, that's 20, or basically build another 20k to add to the army that I already have. Once again, I don't actually have that much manpower, but I seriously need a bigger standing army because otherwise I will be screwed in the long run. So I think we'll just go ahead here and build a bigger army. Try and also rebuild the other ones so that they go to this kind of setup, 12 to 6 on average. I think we'll see if we can set that up. I think it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And hopefully that'll allow me to be a little bit better prepared for the battles to come. We'll also most likely go for a war here against Naples and Austria. I'm a little bit unsure if this thing will actually ever break. I'm kind of thinking that it won't, which is kind of bad because I wanted to vassalize these guys, and I have no idea if I can under Austria. I might as well just go for releasing Tyrol here, and using them to some extent as a mechanic to make things work. But England is at the very least breaking, which is good news. It's definitely in trouble. Once again, as I said, good news. It will help in the long run. Very soon now, these guys will be integrated. Just a few months. That will allow me to at least get some diplomatic power onto the field again. I'll probably wait with the release of these two until we are in a position where we can actually fight France, which means that we'll fight Naples. We'll annex Epirus and Achaia. See, are these guys actually at war with Naples and Naxos? Well, that is kind of good on my part again, because the fact that that Naples is picking my course, as far as I know, means that it should be kind of cheaper for me to actually get them back, which of course is a very, very nice thing. Utrecht entered the military coalition out of the blue. Maybe we felt that I had to wait and see how things actually develop before they joined. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there'll actually be a let's say Rosalon. Yeah, I can just as well convert that one as well. I'm pretty sure this seems, at least as how things are now, there will be more war to come. As you can see, the coalition is already pretty big, so that's also the reason why I've started picking up my course again. Because if I do not pick up my course, and that means that I might actually have to release some bigger nations, or nations that could be swept up by, say, the Mamluks. I have no intention of fighting the Mamluks in this game through, or playthrough, most likely. So that's good. But we have come into actually call it a position of stale here, mostly due to the fact that diplomatic power is limited, manpower. There's a lot of things that aren't actually going our way. How old is my guy now? 35, 36, 41 actually. And that is actually also something that's ridiculously bad of the game, that I have a guy that sucks so much, but he's living so long. So let's see here. We do have a lot of new territories now, some new troops. I think I have a ton of provinces that needs to be converted as well now. Yeah, there's a lot of things that needs to be fixed. I think I'll keep these troops around. No real reason to just despawn them just yet. They could be beneficial, and I do need the extra force, so I'll keep this one in. Aragon did not like that, unfortunately. Mamluks of all people sent to the military coalition. This is starting to get kind of ridiculous, but at the very least now I'm getting some diplomatic power. Once again, I'll improve relations with Portugal for the sole purpose of annexing them pretty soon. I'll probably do the same thing with Croatia. No real reason to keep them around anymore. So, with that, we basically have our plan here. Integrate both Portugal and Croatia. Might even go for the vassalization of Castile. Feed them the remains of Aragon, or we'll probably just go for the annexation. I'll call this myself, and that should be the end of this, or of it. Let's see. Aren't I actually? Yeah, I'm recruiting in Raska. That's where my last troops will rise or pop up once they're done. But let's see here. Military Spanish Square will upgrade. We do have now Spanish Square level 12. It gives me second infantry and military status pursuit 25. We're still quite far ahead of Austria and basically the world itself. We are 1 or 2 levels ahead, which is very important, mind you, because that leaves us in a pretty comfortable position. We can still compete military-wise. I should probably get some military ideas, mind you, and that is probably something that I will be able to do pretty soon. These guys actually had a lot of mercenaries, so we'll get rid of them. I should probably go for a mercenary sweep in my armies as a whole too. But for now, we are fairly well set. We should be able to fight the wars we want here and make the decisions that we also want. As you can see, Naples are actually taking these two, so they are basically now in a prime position for war here. I guess we'll place 40,000 troops in Ferrara, fetch these guys back to Europe so that we can fight Austria with them, and that should probably be enough to actually get ourselves take some Neapolitan provinces, then get the coalition war against us, release our miners again, and basically then be ready to start fighting France. It should definitely be interesting. We'll probably also try and finish up Iberia pretty soon, England as well. So we are making progress. We are not actually lacking behind. We're doing pretty well. As I said, Europe itself will be kind of annoying, especially with the whole Roman Empire. So the plan here will be, I think, that we will focus now on taking southern Italy, taking most likely the Mediterranean, basically block off from here to here, try and take the coastal area, and not really engage too much with the Holy Roman Empire itself in war, that is. We'll deal with France before that happens, because France is a big force that could potentially screw me over. It's also really tempted to go on the eastern border, take down Hungary, Poland, Pomerania, and then potentially Denmark, if I can pull it off, that is. The Swedish and Norwegian course will last for a very long time, so it's probably possible, but we'll have to give it some time, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.